dear. I'm laughing because Charles is telling me not to speak too long. And there's so much in my heart this morning that I want to say. You know, Paul gives his testimony many, many times in the New Testament. And on one of the occasions when he's speaking before Herod and Agrippa, they think he's mad. They think, oh, you know, your great learning, Paul, has sort of made you crazy. And he ends up that conversation saying, I wish that you were all like I am, but without these chains. And I find myself, everything inside me saying, yes, Paul, yes, I'm with you. I had a life-changing experience when I met Jesus, and it's never gone away, and I can't understand why people are so wishy-washy and lukewarm and cannot live with the new life, but they're always harping on about their lack and everything else. So I can get a bit enthusiastic, and I can get a bit like, kind of, you could think I'm a bit crazy. I mean, I've been a Christian for a long time now, but when I met Jesus when I was 11, I was changed. I was radically, radically, radically changed. I was this, I now was this. And I believe that should be the experience of everybody, but things have got so wishy-washy that I receive Jesus, and then my life doesn't change. And I want to say, brethren, this cannot be. This cannot be. Because the Christian life is a life which is no longer I that live, but Christ that lives in me. It's no longer me, doing my own thing. It's actually me submitting to the lordship of someone who loves me totally, has plans for my life, wants to use me, wants to actually live out his life through me. And that's so completely, radically different from trying to rule keep, trying to please God, trying to keep the 10 Commandments. I'm not saying you shouldn't try and do that, but I'm saying actually it's not about law keeping any longer. The law was there to train us when we didn't know any better, but once the person of Jesus comes to live within us, then our emphasis is actually now on letting him live his life through us and tapping into the resources that he's promised to give us and does give us. I knew that I was changed. I knew that I was no longer the person I had been, the rebel that was who I was. That heart, I was given a new heart, and that new heart wanted to please God, wanted to live in contact with him, couldn't think of anything more wonderful than actually just knowing that he had accepted and received me. And my family thought I was nuts. They thought I got religious mania, and in a sense I had, but not in the way that they thought. I had, because I'd met Jesus. I had a Damascus Road experience. But you see, I think that for every person who actually says that they are a Christ in him one, a Christian, then that should be your experience. And if it isn't, I want to say to you, you're living below the norm. You can live with Holy Spirit resources in you. For many people, they pay kind of lip service to becoming a Christian until the Holy Spirit comes. And then when the Holy Spirit comes, they realize that there is a power source. There is a person within them. There are resources which are supernatural. And they tap into those. Now, it's a learning curve. We will never get to the end of knowing Jesus. Not just knowing about him, knowing him, being in living contact with him, being surprised and delighted by the things that he teaches us and the things he tells us and the revelations that we receive, and we think, gosh, why didn't I see that before? Now, I just want to encourage you today, don't live below par. Don't live out of human resources. Don't live out of trying harder, trying to be good, trying to control yourself. That's not what it's all about. It's actually saying, Jesus, I submit to you. Live your life in me. Live through me. Talk to me, train me, change me, show me what you think about things, tell me what you see in people's hearts, help me to reach out and tell people that there is a totally new quality of life available to you. I could go on, and that's why I think Charles said to me, don't watch the clock at the top. If you say all that's in your heart, you'll be there 24 hours later. And I thought, okay, yeah, I hear that. But really, this was sparked by the fact that I was talking to some believers and the one half of this couple was saying to me, I need time on my own. I need time just to restore myself and everything else. And although at one level I understand that, at another level, I know that we can live from a place of rest. We can live from a place where we've got a constant download. When Jesus says, to the woman at the well, I will give you water to drink so that you don't have to come to this well and draw ordinary water every day. Well, was he playing word games? I don't think so. I think he was trying to tell her there was a source of life that would never run dry, that would never run out, and that she could tap into it. And I see so many struggling Christians. I pray for so many struggling Christians. I just try to direct them to Jesus and say, look, he has said that he will give us everything we need for life and for godliness. So we're not in lack. When David said in the Psalm 23, he said, I lack nothing. And really, we lack nothing. If we have Jesus, we lack nothing. I remember being told by a friend of mine, Chrissy Chapman, that she was in a refugee camp in Burundi and she was I think she'd gone in there to actually collect some babies that she was going to be looking after. And she met an old man. He was on his own. And she was talking to him. And he looked at her and he said, when Jesus is all you've got, and that was really all he had, he said, you realize that Jesus is all you need. Now, we have so much more than that, but Jesus is our life. And he wants to give us abundant life. He doesn't want us a miserable, we kind of think if we're all sold out to God, it'll be miserable or it'll be restricted in some way. Forget it, that's a lie of the enemy. The life that Jesus gives is the best life you could have. It's abundant life. It's life with supernatural resources at every corner that you turn. It's a life which is exciting. It's a life which is fulfilling. It's a life which actually causes you to be joyful. It's a life which actually you're living. Now, Paul said, I press on to know him. There's more. I mean, I indicated that I've been a Christian for a long time. I have. But I'm always discovering more. I'm always discovering easier, getting me out of the way and getting Jesus to take over is always the best. And I just want to say to you, check your heart this morning. If you've gone back into struggling, into actually rule keeping, into trying to be good, just stop it now. And just go back to the Lord and say, it's you I need. It's you I need. It's a born again life. It's a death to the old. It's a resurrection to the new. And every time we turn to Jesus and say, Lord, I need you, he just graciously will come and minister to us and resource us. And it's that sort of life that becomes attractive. It's not struggle. It's not. I'm trying so hard, so desperately hard to actually be a good Christian. Forget it. I'm not trying to be a good Christian. I'm trying to get out of the way so Jesus can actually live his life through me. And I hope that's what will happen for you too. Be encouraged. It's great. We press on to know him and to know the power of his resurrection. And there is so much more. And there is a world out there that is longing to find out some of the things that you know and that you can share. They will be pertinent to you, as my testimony and my walk is pertinent and specific to me. But let him live his life through you today. Okay?